What's up, guys? It is Corey from SuperKamiGuru9000, and the war continues in my review of Naruto Shippuden, episode 296. Thank God we are finally back to this war. I've been wanting to see some canon material for a long time. Chikara is done. Let's get back to some real shit. Now, this wasn't a perfect episode, but it did have a lot of things that I really liked, especially in the latter half of the episode. So let's just go ahead and talk about it. The first half, there is a lot of recap, and they try to make it funny. I say try because it's pretty apparent they're trying to make this kind of comical, but it didn't really do anything for me. The first half, you get to see Shikaku and Mabui. They're sitting there talking about like all the different battles that have been going on. It's like, yeah, I understand, I got that. Then after that, we got Katsuyu the Slug telling us about Naruto and the Raikage. It just gets kind of irritating sometimes. Now that I'm done bitching, let's get to the stuff that really matters. Naruto was awesome this week because he finally got to use his Kyuubi chakra mode in a really cool way. Now, I've been waiting to see this for a long time, and it looked so cool when he was fighting against those Zetsu creatures. I mean, that was definitely, for me, one of the highlights of the episode, because he was using it in such a cool way, especially when he started running and creating the Rasengans that were floating over his back, and then he'd create the other chakra arms that would come out, grab the Rasengans, and just fuck up all the other Zetsus. It was so awesome. He does an even better version of it. He creates like a giant Rasengan on his back, and then just starts grabbing the Zetsus with the chakra arms and then throwing them into the Rasengan. It looks really cool, and I love the way it's animated when it sort of explodes and the arms sort of explode all over the place. Real interesting, obviously, that the Zetsu are reacting to this technique. Obviously, that has to do with the first Hokage and everything, but still, they're not really giving us too many answers about that yet. And Naruto doesn't steal the entire show. Killer Bee himself actually gets to do a lot of really cool choreography. That is until Naruto summons Gamahiro and slams down on top of a Zetsu. This leads to Naruto creating a ton of clones that just explode all over the battlefield in a scene that frankly looks really awesome. So if that didn't pump you up enough, they take us to another scene where we meet this other Edo Tensei guy. His name is Toroi, and he's a Kekai Genkai user from the Cloud Village, and he uses these magnet abilities. And what he does is he'll throw these shuriken at you, and if he touches you, basically you'll become magnetized, and whatever he throws next will immediately hit you, so you're pretty much screwed. So what he does is he has this like string of shuriken that he throws out, and you're pretty much almost guaranteed to almost get hit by it. And even if you block it, that's going to get magnetized, and if you touch that, it's going to magnetize you. You're fucked. And then he creates these giant shuriken that he's basically going to throw at you, and he's getting ready to fuck these two guys up. And then Naruto comes in and saves the day. And what I love about this scene is that Naruto actually refers to him as a zombie. I just thought that was funny. So you think that's the end of the episode? Actually, it's not. We actually get a little bit more cool action right at the end of the episode. They're setting up a huge battle between Gaara and Inoki and all of those other dead Kage. And they all are really awesome, and they all get to display some really cool stuff. In particular, we get to see Gaara's father. We get to see some of the abilities he uses, such as his gold dust abilities, which are really cool looking. And, you know, they're able to, like, take down Gaara's sand, so that really speaks for their power. And I like the way they looked. It was really cool. They were all sparkly and shit. My favorite one, Mu, the Tsuchi Kage, really got to do some cool stuff this week, too. We got to see him go toe-to-toe with Inoki. And they're both Tsuchi Kages, and they both use those particle element techniques. And things got real Dragon Ball style, and they launched both of their techniques at each other, and they literally, like, blew a giant hole in the ground. It was really awesome, and it's pretty evident by watching this that things are about to go to a new level. We're literally about to go into Z territory, you know what I'm talking about? So like I said, for me, this episode was not exactly perfect. The first half of the episode wasn't really that fun to watch, but the second half was full with a ton of great action and cool characters. So for that, I really enjoyed it, and I gotta admit, I got really pumped up at the end when I saw all those Kages getting ready to come out and have this badass fight. And I gotta say, it's nice to see that Gaara's father is actually going to be able to do something other than being killed by Orochimaru. I give this episode an 8 out of 10. Not a perfect episode, but a really fun one to watch, and one that I'm going to remember for a long time, because it was great to see Naruto use a lot of cool techniques, and to get to see this epic confrontation between Gaara and his father. So make sure and check this one out, Naruto fans. It kicks ass. So if you guys did see this episode, I'd like to know what you guys thought about it. You can let me know in your comments below. Remember guys, as always, make sure and like this video and give it a thumbs up. It really helps them out a lot. That concludes this review today. SuperKamiGuru9000. Out.